Hello, lovely, lovely weather. Just thought I'd try somewhere different today. So, what dog walk is up here? We're at Tweezledown today. And I thought, as a follow-on from yesterday about self-study, to use the chakra system, which is what I use, and just to give you a quick overview, a brief of when you start looking at the energy of your chakra centers, and perhaps if they're out of balance, you can start to notice, you start to be aware of the energy into your chakra centers. So the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine, we use the color red for root, and this is all to do with your fight flight. So when we are in fear and our adrenals are working overtime, we're stressed, we don't feel safe. And also where we belong, it's a sense of belonging. So when things have changed, we need time to adjust to that new sense of belonging, but to know that you're safe as well. And so you can use a mantra of I am safe, or I belong, or just I am, because it's to do with your organic self as well, your belonging on the earth, in your human beingness, in your human body. So that's the root chakra at the base of the spine. Then we have the sacral center, which is in the low belly, and this is the color orange. And this is where all your emotions sit. It's the well of your emotions. It's the water element. And so sorting out your emotions, noticing how your emotions feel, is very important, that we don't get a flood of emotions, that we don't feel overwhelmed with our emotions. So looking at how you feel emotionally every day is important, and I think in the West we tend to ignore our emotions, but they are very important. They're part of us, not just the happy elements, but the negative sides too, because there needs to be a balance between positive and negative. And so the sacral water element, your feelings, and also where we create from, our creative center, and where we find our joy. So a good mantra for your sacral is I am content, or I am happy, I'm joyful. And you can just repeat that to yourself and get to know how this energy center feels. And if you regularly visit any of these centers, you then get to know, you're familiar with how these centers feel. We then have the solar plexus center, which is at the upper belly, and this is to do with your gut instincts, your intuitive feelings in your tummy, but also your ego will. It's the fire element, so where we have the drive and passion to do things. So it's very much a doing energy, and one that needs to not be too fiery or put out. If we don't have enough fire in the belly to live our life, then we don't have that energy to do things we want to do. And so a good mantra for your solar plexus is I am empowered. I am empowered. So noticing if you have too much fire in your belly or not enough. Then we have the heart chakra, center of the chest. This is obviously where we link to the heart energy. So unconditional love. So where we can love people without judgment, we can love ourselves without judgment, and we can also accept ourselves, acceptance of others and of ourselves. So coming into that place of acceptance, and perhaps accepting situations we're in as well. And colour green, this is the air element. And so a good mantra for the heart chakra is I am loved, or I am loving. Just to bring that love back, and to hold the hands at the heart center is actually a really good feeling as well, just to connect into your heart. Always you hold a lot of grief in the heart, so vulnerability, so keeping the heart open, using those mantras. And then we have the throat chakra up at the top, bottom of the collarbones. This is sky blue. I mean, look at that sky blue there, beautiful colour. And this is where our dreams are held, and also our truths. So we want to hear and speak our own truth, so being honest with ourselves. And sometimes, I know we've all done it, little white lies, just to fit in, to belong, is not being honest with yourself. And I know sometimes when we speak our truth, it can get us into a little bit of trouble. But also where our dreams are held. So if we can ground our dreams and bring them down into reality and put them into action. And so a good mantra for your throat chakra is, I hear my truth, or I speak my truth. I live my dreams. I live my dreams. That's a nice one. Then we have a third eye up in the middle of the forehead. And this is our vision, where we have clarity of our vision. And this is a deep indigo blue. And obviously people tend to associate it with clairvoyancy, where people see the future and things, but it's just to do with being clear, having clear sight of where your life is going, and perhaps what you need to do with your life, so that we see clearly. And a good mantra for the third eye is, I see clearly. I see myself, I see others. And that's quite a useful one to hold as well. And then finally we have the crown chakra on the top of the head, and this is quite a big one, connecting us to our higher self, but our unity in all, that we are actually all connected to one another, that we aren't as separate as we often feel or think we are. And our authority, so how we are our own authority, how we govern ourselves, and how we then respect the governments that we have in place in our society too. This is, I see it as a kind of a white crown on top of the head, and then just underneath the scalp is a violet colour. And this is obviously up into the sort of the universal energies, so way up high. And a good mantra for the crown is, I understand. I understand myself, or I understand others, understand situations. So that's quite a good mantra to, again, keep the energies balanced in the crown. So very quick, brief overview of your chakra energies, and if you tune into them every day, you'll notice any fluctuations that where they feel a bit less in energy or too much energy, because we want to keep that balance, we want to keep that in the middle, so that we don't have too much, don't have an excess or a depletion of energy. So I hope that's helpful. Again, any questions, if you have anything you want any help with, just message me, give me a bing. And hope to see you again soon. Enjoy the sunshine. It's so beautiful today. Blessings. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you.